Can we watch Pred's YouTube video? Is that what you guys want to do? All right. I mean, he published an entire YouTube video or what? Or did he just go live on Twitch?
Well, basically, chat, like...
Okay, let's see. All right. So obviously pretty big news here. Pred, part of the World Championship team last year for oh my god, what Call of Duty was last year? MW3? What game was that? Yeah, it was MW3. It was Pred, Shotzi, Kenny, and Dashy. They won a world championship. And then we get about a week into the CDL season in 2024. We got Black Ops 6, and they make a team change. Pred steps away from the team, and Hook comes in, bro, who played for LA Thieves before. He played for OpTic before. Let's see what he's got to say.
Chat, like, as you guys know, like, I'm playing right now. Back home in Australia, I didn't, it was like a sudden thing. I understand your guys' like speculations, rumors, like everything because of just the way everything's been going on. Have their own like thoughts because of how sudden it was and how quick it was, and like literally like so quickly. Like guys, like when all these speculations and shit, like guys, I did not like do some crazy like bet on my matches. Like I know people have been saying that, which is crazy, but I understand your guys' speculations. Like Chad, I did not do that. And I'm obviously haven't done that. I'm not that shit. But people saying like, oh bro, they played like Major 4. It was all because of Pred. So don't believe those rumors, guys. No, I don't have a kid. I know people saying he has a kid. I'm not a father. Like the honest truth is, like, I know people are gonna start saying, oh, like gambling. Like at the end of the day, guys, like gambling's everyone's decision to make. Gamble responsibly. My problems are more to do with personal stuff that I don't really want to get too deep into. My main stuff is like there's more personal stuff that I've been having to deal with. A lot of the things that I struggle with is just like opening up about my stuff. Like the last 4 or 5 months, I would say, like I just have been, instead of like actually talking about what's been going on, like I've been kind of like denying it. I've been embarrassed like to like talk about. I just wasn't being a good version of myself. I wasn't being a good person. I was affecting a lot of relationships with people. So many things when it comes to that, like my family, my friends. I'd like show up to practice or whatever, like, and I just wouldn't be myself. So I was just sad, bro. I was just fighting like my mental stuff. I wasn't able to compete and juggle what I'm going through right now. That's the honest truth. Like I just wasn't able to compete and be myself and be the best version of myself whilst competing. I have to go work on my mental health and make sure that I'm in a stable mindset to like be able to just do normal shit. You guys are saying like, why did that's cap, they unfollowed you? They unfollowed me because I'm not on the team. I don't have a timeline of when I'm going to be back. Like I don't really know when I can confidently say and look myself in the mirror and be like, you know, I'm ready to come back. My goal is to come back after the first tournament. That's like my, like what I set myself out, but that to me is my goal. I don't even know what team it's going to be. Like there's no guarantee on anything. Like I don't know what team is going to be.
Classic behavior from OpTic, dropping a player at their lowest point, first with Illy and now Pred. Yo, Cobra, I gotta be honest with you, bro. We kind of went through this yesterday. When somebody says something where they truly have no idea what they're talking about and they say something as like absolute fact because they think that they're correct. I mean, one of the biggest complaints that I've ever seen on subreddits like COD Competitive or the OpTic Gaming subreddit are why certain creators still in OpTic. You know, there's some names that have always come up. I'm telling you right now, Hector is one of the few people across all of esports that when he has a friendship with somebody, he'll pretty much do anything for that person. So to say that, oh, they dropped Illy, they dropped Pred when they're at their lowest, brother, for an esports team specifically, I'm not talking about OpTic as an organization. I'm talking about the team itself, that their entire perception and their function as a esports team for the business is exactly what that is. It's a performance-based business. You know, I can pretty much guarantee that after you win a world championship coming into the next year, you're not going out of your way to drop somebody because they're not feeling like themselves right now. Okay? So I got to shut that down immediately. Anybody saying that Hector and OpTic and Scump don't care about their players and don't care about their teammates and don't care about their friends that are a part of the organization, I mean, you are huffing so much glue that we might need to call the local authorities and get a wellness check on your brother. You're out of your mind.
I don't know what it is. Currently a free agent. I'm able to play. Like, is my time on OpTic like finished? I mean, it could be. I have no idea. I haven't even thought that far, because once I'm ready to play, then obviously I'm gonna start thinking about all that stuff and like seeing what the fuck's going on. Yeah, I see people saying like OpTic didn't help you or OpTic didn't want to help you. Like, OpTic did want to help me. People have fucking tried to help me. Like, it's not that people haven't tried to help me. Like, people have tried to help me, chat. That's the whole thing. I don't want you guys getting the fucking idea that no one's trying to help me. Like, that I'm just being left on an island and forgotten about. Like, people have reached out to me. People have spoke to me. People have tried to help me. I was just too embarrassed to speak about my problems, and I would just shrug it off, you know? I'd just be like, nah, I'm good, whatever it is. And obviously I wasn't. And if people are offering to help me and I'm not accepting the help, like, what more can those people do, you know? Like, what more can people do? Like, I just came from winning a world championship with that team. Like, you guys think that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand how just, like, someone's mental can actually get all that type of stuff. Like, people don't actually understand that. Due to those reasons and, like, the betterment of myself, like, everyone just agreed that, like, it was best for me to, like, go spend time with my family and, you know, handle my, like, just work on my mental health. Competing is my fucking number one thing in life. I mean, that's what's driven me, and my mental got to a point where I just wasn't even enjoying that. I wasn't even liking to do that. It's a very sensitive topic, bro. When someone's mental health is involved in something and, like, they're obviously, like, struggling from it, like, it's just a sensitive.
YouTube crashed? Yo, McGowan, can we get YouTube back up? You there right now, brother? YouTube crashed, not sure why. All right. Maybe we delete the VOD, retitle it, re-thumbnail it, and then just start it back up.
Topic, because at the end of the day, bro, like, you guys always want to know everything, but, like, this is just a situation where it's someone's, like, personal shit, like, my personal, like, everything. Like, I don't need to fucking tell everyone, like, all that type of shit. Because when you just play Call of Duty, chat, as a living and as a profession, if you guys have a bad day or you guys are upset or whatever it is, like, if you guys just play the game and fucking 6 hours can go by and you can be playing the game and you don't even fucking acknowledge anything that's actually going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? I have all these issues, but then I pull up to practice and it's just like, I'm just shooting my gun. You know, for 6 hours, I'll come on stream, shoot my gun, and then I'll fucking go to sleep. And everything that's actually going on in my real fucking, like, personal shit, like, I don't even address it. It just goes on. I actually, like, it got to the point where, like, COD wasn't even, like, denying it, you know? Like, yeah, I just wasn't, it was just catching up to me, bro. Like, it just caught up. Like, it was like a fucking snowball and it just caught up to me. I just want you guys to make sure you guys still support the team like crazy. Like, don't fucking in the mix of, like, all this situation. Like, don't let that situation kill, like, Kyla's situation. Like, Kyla joined, like, I got that kid's such a good kid. Like, I don't want ruin his experience and whatever. Like, make sure you guys support them, support the team. Like, they have done nothing wrong. Like, that team, or no one's done anything wrong. Like, no one's done anything wrong. Still fuck with them all. I just needed to step away from everything and basically just be with my family and work on my mental health, bro. Like, that's the honest truth. Not OpTic's fault. Like, they did nothing wrong, like, at all. You guys are saying, like, oh, why did they blah, 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 blah. Like, you must have done something really bad to them or whatever it is. Like, I promise you, chat, like, I've spoke to all the people, all players. They've shown me nothing but love. You know, like, they understand my circumstance. The best thing for me is to be home with my family and to, like, better myself, bro. Like, that's the honest truth.
Okay. We obviously did not get much out of that. You know, I agree with Pred. That he doesn't really owe anybody an explanation, doesn't really owe anybody any more insight than he chooses to share as to why there's been a team change. I think, for me personally, without really knowing what's going on, I don't know. If I'm Pred, it's hard to say. I mean, look, bro, if somebody says they're going through some tough shit mentally, you know, you can't really pry or press them too much. But if I'm putting myself in Pred's shoes from a career perspective and I plan to come back, I plan to compete again, I plan to try to get back into the league whenever I get my shit taken care of or get my mind right, I think there's always going to be a lot of questions circulating what transpired for them to make such an aggressive change to the roster to move away from him as a player after winning a world championship. You know, it's like when I look at Pred over the offseason, one of the running jokes was that he went on like a couple month long vacation and they had a lot of time off before the season started. You know, that's usually the time that you use to decompress, get right, get everything squared away so you put your head down and work. But I'm not sure. I don't know how this is going to shake out. You know, I think Pred is an incredibly talented player. I don't know him that well personally, but I think with what he's done in competitive Call of Duty, he deserves to compete again. But I think it's going to have to come with a little bit more transparency. And if I'm ownership for another team or if I'm working as a GM or a coach, I would want to know more, personally speaking. You know, it's like if you go home for a month and a half, I think he said, or at least I saw headlines on Twitter that the plan would be to take some time off and try to get back on a team after Major 1. So the beginning of February. I just want to know like what you're actually doing to be prepared and get right to compete again, because I feel like that's what you should have been doing in the off season. But you know, you definitely can't you can't take value away from working on your mental health, I suppose. I don't know. It feels like there's more to the story, but it's really up to Pred's discretion on what he wants to share, what he doesn't want to share. I don't know. I'm sort of like on the opposite end of the spectrum of Pred, I would say, with just how I carry myself on the internet. I am like a open book, but that's because when I get on stream, I kind of feel like when I'm talking to the chat, this shit is kind of like therapy for me. But, you know, over the last year as well, it's like I can actually play devil's advocate with myself. You know, going through tough shit with 100 Thieves. I didn't share any of that until after it happened. So who knows, man? Maybe there is more to what's going on here with Pred and OpTic, and he shares it down the road one day when he's got everything fixed up and got his mind right. Or maybe it's exactly what he said. You know, there's really nothing wrong except I'm not mentally equipped right now to compete and play at the highest level. I got too much shit going on in my life, and I just need to do some housekeeping and get right. I don't know. We didn't really learn anything new, I would say, from that video, but it is good to hear from Pred. For sure. It's definitely good to hear that he's not like blowing up his career and never going to compete again. So it seems like whatever happened is going to stay between him, stay between his teammates, stay between the organization, stay between him and Hector. And clearly through the video that Pred recorded, OpTic did everything they could to help. And there's no bad blood between him and OpTic and Hector. And I think that's as good a news as we could ask for, right? If you're a fan of competitive Call of Duty, if you're a fan of the Green Wall, if you're a fan of OpTic, these are all good things.